hello? Oh my god, dude. Bro, shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up, bro.
Anyone who knows me knows that I love Undertale and Deltarune. Undertale and maybe Deltarune might have a character named W.D. Gaster. In his one basically canon appearance in Undertale, Gaster speaks in Wingdings. In case you don't know what Wingdings are, in 1990, Microsoft invented the font Wingdings. What the font did was make letters and numbers and symbols look like different symbols, like the zodiac signs and different religious symbols. It was essentially a way of putting images in text before emojis were a thing by tricking the computer. That's a huge oversimplification, but you get the idea. But because the font literally just turns letters and numbers into symbols, if you learn what all the symbols mean, then you can read Wingdings. And anyone who's active in the Deltarune community knows that there's a pretty good chance that Gaster himself is going to show up in later chapters, and if he starts talking in some Wingdings, I'm going to want to know what he says. Sure, I could just wait until after I'm done playing the chapter and look it up online, but what am I, a bitch? I'm going to learn Wingdings. So if Gaster starts talking in some I'm gonna know what he's saying there and now, because I'm not waiting until after the chapter. So with my motive set in place, I decided to start learning Wingdings. And it all started on day 1. The light from the curtain's kind of ruining it, but I now have the Wingdings translation guide on my wall. So I'm gonna look at Wingdings. I've come to the conclusion that even though mnemonics work, and I will try mnemonics, what seems to work even better, for me at least, is to just read Wingdings. Like, I get that's supposed to be the end goal, but I mean, if I can do it now, then why not do it now? I'm phrasing this poorly. I was looking for mods on Opera that would replace all of the text with Wingdings, and they don't exist, which is odd. But I did find this. There's this Undertale mod, and even though it doesn't change the thing into Wingdings, there are Wingdings on it. So I'm gonna try to translate this. I've translated the first word, and it's entry 17. That kind of spoils the rest of it if you know anything about Undertale. Entry number 17, dark, darker, yet darker. The darkness keeps growing, the shadows cutting deeper. Photon readings negative. This next experiment seems very, very interesting. Ellipses, what do you two think? I'm kind of annoyed. I thought I found some good Wingdings to translate, and it's entry 17. Everybody knows entry 17. What am I, some sort of goober? Okay, so it turns out that reading entry number 17, like, knowing what it was already when I readed it, I can't even speak English anymore. Knowing what it already means that I can translate the letters in my head because I already know what they're going to be, because I know what the sentence is. And it's actually really quite helpful. One issue with it, though, is that Gaster speaks in all capitals. This is not in all capitals. I mean, look at the first word. It's, pointing to the left, blacked out square, diamond, another square, that, open file folder, those are numbers. But then if you look here, the E, the capital letter at the beginning of the letter, that is capitalized, but, yeah, look, that, lowercase r, that lowercase t, that, lowercase y. Gaster speaks in uppercase, but no one would have noticed, except me, which proves that I'm learning something. Right? I'm doing all this so that I can read what Gaster says in the future if he starts speaking in Wingdings again. And Gaster only talks in uppercase, so really, I don't have to learn all 94 characters. I only have to learn the uppercase. Is what a bitch would say.
I'm learning all 94, and you can't stop me, Gaster. I will speak your tongue, I will decode your mysteries. You won't be able to keep anything from me.
I don't know what's happening in the Russian Deltarune community, but I guess Gaster's green now. Okay. Hand pointing up, square with the top and right sides blacked out, 2 M's with a little thing on the end, a blacked out square, a small diamond, a larger diamond, another M with a little thing, and then another square with those 2 sides blacked out is how you say Greenster in Wingdings. With a capital G and everything else lowercase, because unlike Gaster, I'm a fan of proper punctuation, even if it isn't in a regular font. Oh, and then open mailbox with the flap up. I said I was a fan of proper punctuation, so it has to end in a period. I'm gonna go to the beach now. At the beach. Fantastic observation as always. Yes, you are at the beach. And the beach has lots of wind, and wind makes for terrible audio quality, so I decided to put subtitles in. Also, for some reason I look like I'm in a fucking biker gang. I don't know what happened. I'm gonna try to speak directly into my headphones because I didn't bring a microphone to the beach because I'm not a fucking weirdo. But I doubt you can hear me over the wind. But I tried to write, I'm at the beach in Wingdings, and I did it pretty much from memory. Matter of fact, entirely from memory. But it was very annoying, because first the ocean came and wiped it away, and then my dog ran over it. Do you ever be, like, in Wingdings class, and the teacher asks for your Wingding homework, and you said my wingdam dog ate it? Because my wingdam dog stepped on it. That's some Gaster humor right there. You know, I didn't think it would be possible to have fun at all learning Wingdings, but I worry I might be having too much fun with it. Hey, what does Gaster call his penis? His wing dong! Don't even think about it, mate. Fuck off. Well, I have good news and bad news. The bad news is I just realized that when I wrote I'm at the beach, I misspelled beach. I accidentally wrote bitch, which sounds more like I'm saying I'm at the bitch, which I most certainly am not. But the good news is, I figured that out from memory, which means it's starting to enter my linguistic sector. Blue, stop killing other dogs. Blue is my dog, by the way. She was trying to steal another dog's ball. She's a kind of a kleptomaniac. Anyway, you see this image of me looking at my phone? Yeah, it looks like the love of my life just texted me, but I'm looking at my phone's settings. And the reason I'm looking at my settings is because I thought I discovered something pretty cool. I just found out I can change the default font on my phone to Wingdings, which means everything on my phone will be Wingdings. I'm gonna learn Wingdings, and then I'm gonna change my phone to Wingdings, and then I'm gonna never change it back. No, I can't. I just got home. And I looked into it now. No, I can't change font on my phone, but my laptop on the... Tried with my laptop, it doesn't work, so... My dad was aware that I was trying to learn Wingdings, and even though he thought it was strange, he was very supportive. So that night he handed me a note with Wingdings on it. It says meet me in the kitchen. That was incredibly easy. He made me ice cream. When I was out getting ice cream, my dad handed me this. This is an exercise book filled with a short story I wrote when I was a kid. And some fucking corny Subnautica drawings. Anyway, yeah, no, the story is ass, obviously, and then it just ends, but I'm gonna translate what I have into Wingdings. And my book, I got my translation guide, so let's get to work. Yes, I'm left-handed. No, it doesn't affect you. Don't assassinate me. So I made mistakes, but I made mistakes in Fluent Wingdings, and I think I'm going to consider that a win. Despite the fact that it was only day 1, I pretty much memorized the entire lowercase Wingdings alphabet. But even though I was really proud of myself, I didn't let it go to I'm a fucking genius, I'm talented and so sexy. Okay, never mind, I'm a fucking narcissist. So much so that I'm worried I'm too good. But it's a bad thing, because I want to make a video about it. And if I'm too good, I'm not going to have enough footage. Not to mention the fact that Gaster speaks in all caps, and in here I very rarely use capital letters. Man, I'm just sitting here, looking at this, and part of me thinks it's weird that I'm doing this at all. It's weird that I'm learning a font. This isn't a language, this isn't... It's a font, I'm learning a font. But it's more fucked up, because I'm like, freaky good at it. I'm already basically fluent in lowercase Wingdings. It's day 1. Who am I? I got a book. Got a new book to write in. Then that day, me and my femboyfriend Theo had to go into the city for a school thing. I started writing a short story on the train, but it didn't go amazingly. You'll see. So progress on this has been really slow, and something I've failed to consider is just because I'm writing in Wingdings doesn't mean my handwriting is going to get any better. And my handwriting is famously shit, isn't it, Theo? Yeah. Hey Theo, shut the fuck up. What do you guys think? Is that a good opening statement? What do you think? Is that a good opening statement? Aw. You know what, even after he insulted my handwriting, I think Theo's redeemed himself.
What do you think? Because it'll be absolute fine.
Never mind. I'm almost done writing the first page of the book, and it seems that I've forgotten how much I hate handwriting. I've also never written something like this before. Like, I write all the time, but I write digitally and for screen. I've never handwritten a book, let alone in Wingdings. I'm now 2 days into writing this book, and I realized that I'm really bad at handwriting. It's going so slowly that I'm going to learn Wingdings and become completely fluent, uppercase, lowercase, symbols, before I get halfway through this. And the main point of it, even, is so I write it, I become fluent, and then I read it back so I can learn to read it, like sight read Wingdings too. Yeah, I told you it didn't go so well. Anyway, on to day 3. Something I absolutely did not expect when going into this was how valuable my time at the beach would be. Even though the sand got into my tripod and ended up completely breaking it, thinking about the Wingdings while walking on the beach, and especially writing the Wingdings in the sand, ended up being such an efficient way to cement the knowledge in my brain. If it weren't for the beach, I either would have taken a lot longer or I never would have learned Wingdings. So I can think of no better place for my first real test.
I'm a genius.
Two people just came up to us and asked us about what we were filming and asked me about the symbols I was writing. And I had to explain to them what Wingdings were, which was difficult.
After I crushed the first test, I decided to go home and test my skills in a less crude manner. Well, it worked last time. Let's see if it works again. I'm gonna translate the next story in this book, which is also the last and shortest one, except instead of just translating it one for one, I'm going to scream. There's a number here, but I'm just gonna write it like it's a word in its word form, not number form, because fuck numbers, am I right? Done. Does that look like some Gaster bullshit to you? Now that I can read what Gaster actually says, I'm gonna try to read what Gaster actually said. I just went on Pinterest because I knew that there was gonna be some Gaster bullshit with Wingdings that I can decode, but I don't even need to decode this. I know it says Absolute Cinema. It does. Yeah, let's just shut your bitch ass up. SYBAU. That's also SYBAU. Gwib. I swear to God, if this is just the darker thing. Okay, well the first word is somber, so that's already interesting. I need to get a closer look at this one. This is actually interesting. There's a chance this is gibberish. Hey, me again, Future Baxter. Hey, so I'm gonna quickly intervene here because I fucked up so bad that it's genuinely embarrassing. So we're just gonna skip this part, alright? That just says breh. Holy shit, it's sombre again. These squares are lowercase o's, so there's random lowercases in this, but even if you treat that as an O, that says tross. The fuck is a tross? Why does it say it twice? What? QU6E Dvx? What the fuck is that? I was so confident, and I'm pretty sure this is just some bullshit. See, this is more like it. This says don't. I'm sorry, is that a word? UE. That's not a word. YOU. No, that says a year. It's to the point where I'm starting to worry that maybe I fucked up learning Wingdings and I'm the wrong one. Either that or everyone else is just stupid. So I'm gonna translate the actual Wingdings in the game. Okay, so apparently these are the Wingdings that were on the actual website. So this next this next experiment seems very, very interesting. Some bullshit. But on the bright side, I recognize all of these symbols as the letters that they should be to read out this next experiment seems very, very interesting. So that's a good thing. It does, however, confirm that no, I'm not an idiot. Everybody else is. I knew it! And by this point, I was pretty confident that I had upper and lowercase Wingdings pretty much down. So all I really had left to do was the numbers. And I don't really know what happened. I woke up at like 6 a.m. when I filmed this, but I'm so just aloof and nonchalant in this footage. Sorry. So obviously I need to do numbers now and like maths and stuff, but I don't want to. So I'm gonna do something that combines letters and numbers. Periodic table. Let's make a Wingdingotic table. Well, got my reference. I'm going to now draw out the shape of the periodic table and then fill it in. Alright, well I've got the shape down. I definitely made like the halogens too small. That's about it. I guess these guys are too small too. I'm not going to be able to fit the chemical symbol, the atomic number, and the atomic weight in all of them, but I'm going to try anyway. Alright, hydrogen, the OG. So that's hand pointing down. And a 1. That is going to be a bitch to draw. That'll do. Oh, this doesn't have the atomic weight. Cool, well that gets me out of that. Helium. It's another file. Even though I can't really draw the numbers too well on this because it's too small because I'm an idiot, despite the lab coat. I'm still gonna draw them anyway. It just might not look that good. Six is an hourglass. Well, that's gonna look like a shitty 8. Nitrogen is ironically a skull and crossbones. I say ironically because anyone who knows nitrogen personally knows that it's pretty vital to living. Fluorine, the most philanthropic of all the elements. How do you guys like the periodic table so far? Can you read this? Do you know chemistry now? Are you chemists now? Oh. Magnesium is a bomb. Magnesium is a bomb. That's funny because bombs explode and magnesium is almost an alkali metal, so it's almost funny. I'm coming to the realization that because I've made the boxes too small and I'm using a huge pen, I can't really read the numbers that I'm drawing, which kind of defeats the whole point. So, anti-chemistry powers. Oh wait, why did I do that? No, we're still going to be doing chemistry. No, fuckface. We're actually not going to be doing chemistry because you fucked up the equation and I hate you. Boom. Wingding chemistry. You guys getting this? Does this make any sense to you? Because it doesn't make any sense to me. And I'm wearing a lab coat.
It's now the next day, and I'm just trying to relax and play some games, man. And I'm looking up at the whiteboard and I'm realizing
I fucked it up. There's 6 oxygen up here and only... Well, no, there's 7 down there. What have I done? No, I fixed it. That was a 2 and it should have been a 3. I think it was a 2. Either way, it's right now. I think these are wrong. I don't need to update them because I stopped caring. I would, however, just like to mention that I did all this and I have memorized maybe 2 of the numbers. So clearly this is not working. So instead I'm going to do something that involves just drawing straight numbers. I'm going to draw as much of pi as I remember. Pi equals 3.1415926535897. That's it. Yeah, no, I fucked it up bad. Anyone who knows me knows that I'm not typically a nonchalant person. In fact, I pride myself on my chalance. So the fact that I'm acting so just aloof and out of it here is just a testament to the fact that I was really tired. Again, I'm sorry, I'm not usually like this. Anyway, I opted to just write down the numbers. I now know all the numbers. That's always been a 0. I don't know what you're talking about. But by now you should know there's only one way to truly memorize something. Is to do it at the beach! Also, there's a blue bottle. That's scary. I didn't film most of it, but I spent the rest of my time at the beach that day thinking about the Wingdings. And not just the numbers, I mean the uppercase and the lowercase ones too. But yeah, I'm proud to say that the final beach trip of that journey was a very productive one. So much so that after it, I went home confident that I knew everything. And with that, I'm done. So I guess now there's nothing left to do but see if I remember all of them. Oh, what the fuck? You want me to... Okay, man.
What the fuck was that?